Hello everyone, JediMario88 here. Trying something a little bit different. So, as you may be aware, I've been uploading a lot of different compilations of different Dead by Daylight clips to my YouTube channel recently. So I wanted to look at one in particular, and I wanted to try and break it down so newer players could see what more experienced players are looking for and what they're thinking and what they're trying to do in Chase. So that they can incorporate those things into their own gameplay and hopefully improve from it. So yeah, let's get started with the video. Hope you enjoy. Let's start off with a bit of an establishing shot. Right now, I am playing as Kate Denson and using her personal perk, Windows of Opportunity, which reveals vault locations within 32 meters of where I currently am. This will become more important later, as I use it to figure out where is safe for me to run and where is not. I'm playing on the map Rotten Fields, which consists mostly of cornfields and which has looping areas that are very spaced out from one another. Because we're a few minutes into the match already, I am aware that I am playing against Pyramid Head, whose killer ability allows him to plunge his sword into the ground and shoot through windows, walls, and pallets. Right now, I know my friend Andrew is trying to break a hook in order to help a teammate wiggle out from the killer's grasp, and I'm running over to help in case something goes wrong. While I'm running over, I'm already using Windows of Opportunity to see what is in the area. There's a pallet off to the left, another one to the right, and a long wall jungle gym, which is laid out something like this.
Or maybe, no, you don't. Not even with the speed.
Oh, it was 99!
The sabotage attempt fails, so I stay hidden in the area until the killer leaves so I can save my teammate from the hook.
I know, you don't beat his recovery, sadly. I have to get the save.
No, I'm here.
Okay, I'll heal.
Oh, he got a hook right here.
He has barbecue. I got distortion.
No, that's Hangman's trick, I think.
You sure?
I don't know. I mean,
Oh, right.
Here, I get off the generator correctly assuming that the killer will come back to where I just rescued my teammate to try and find one or both of us. I run directly in the opposite direction, knowing there's a long wall jungle gym in that direction.
I can't see my own perks. I forgot that's not a feature in this game. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
As I run, take notice to the way I move my camera. I keep switching between where I'm running and where the killer is. This is an important skill for any newer players to pick up, as by doing this you can make better decisions based on where the killer is in relation to yourself. Currently, I am entering the long wall gym at the pallet, and I'm faced with the decision. Do I drop the pallet to avoid getting hit, or do I keep running to the window? In this case, I judge that the killer is far enough away for me to make it to the window without getting hit, so I keep running.
Yeah, no, it's not barbecue. Wait, no, maybe it is. I think I was in terrorities. I can't find gens. What's that? Oh, I need to...
A lot happened in a very short amount of time here, so let's break it down. First, I have my camera pointed toward the window so I know where I'm going. Then, once I have myself on course, I turn it around so I can see what the killer is doing. Usually a vault like this would be very safe, but the killer's power will allow him to hit me if I vault the window. This means I have to make a decision. Do I vault the window, or do I pretend that I'll vault it and dodge last second? Because I'm looking at the killer, I can see that he hasn't plunged his sword into the ground, meaning he can't shoot me. Therefore, I decide to vault the window. However, once I take the window, he plunges his sword into the ground and prepares to shoot at me. I can see that he is aiming straight through the window, so I quickly dodge to one side to avoid the hit.
Save? Or...
I'm taking chase.
I'll save.
You may have noticed that I ran past a pallet, right here. This is another important thing for newer players to learn. It's usually a better idea to keep running and put more distance between yourself and the killer than it is to stop in a safe place and let them catch up to you. Pay attention during the rest of this video and you'll notice that very rarely do I ever stop running and stay in one place. Instead, I'm always looking for the next safe place I can make it to, and I only drop a pallet when I need to. Careful. Notice here that I was running to Shack, but then I notice my friend Pumpkin is going for the unhook and is running past me. So I divert left so that he doesn't get caught.
Hey, that's interesting.
He's still after me. I now find myself approaching what I recognize to be another long wall jungle gym. So that's good.
Yep.
The noise you just heard was the killer plunging his sword into the ground and getting ready to shoot. Knowing this, I run behind this wall and try to take a path that the killer won't expect to get to the pallet, so he has trouble shooting me.
got the safe.
What's going on in the game? I'm getting saved.
At this point, I know the killer is too close for me to make it to the window again, and I didn't hear him get ready to shoot, so I dropped the pallet to avoid getting hit.
Prove thyself.
Damn.
Alright, let's
I used the time the killer spends breaking the pallet to run to Shack.
heal. Get on Jen.
Yeah, I agree
Frank.
with that.
I'm taking him towards Shack.
I also got fast track.
The chase music mellows here, and I lose sight of the killer, and I realize I've made a lot of distance on him. So I run through Shack instead of waiting for him to catch up to me there. He left me. Here I look back and realize the killer's still chasing me. But he's pretty far back, so I just keep running.
No way he comes here.
He's coming here. I hear his terrorists.
Yeah, he's after me. He's left.
I did not move. Don't worry.
What do you mean you hear us?
Even though it's partially hidden behind a hill, using windows of opportunity, I can tell that I'm approaching the TL wall tile. I decide to go for the window that's further away, but you'll see me keep looking behind me to check if I can actually make it or not.
Terrorists.
I hear his terrorists.
I don't. Are you sure you're okay?
Probably not. I am full of hate.
Oh, this one.
Here's another situation of a lot of things happening in a short amount of time that I'll break down and explain to you in pieces. While I'm running into the TL wall, I take a look behind me to determine whether or not I can make it to the window, and I decide that the killer is far enough away that I can. I briefly look back towards the window and get myself set up to vault. Now that I'm at the window, I again have to decide whether I want to vault the window or fake it. In this case, I think I'm far enough away that he can't hit me and decide to vault the window. I make it safely through the window, but the killer is still ready to shoot. Last time, a simple movement to the side let me dodge his shot, but now he's more likely to expect that and lead his shot. So this time, I fake going to the right and then quickly turn back to the left to throw off his aim.
I got a fast track.
After that dodge, I look through the window to see which direction the killer is going. He's coming around the wall to my left, so I go to the right. I also decide that staying at the TL wall is too dangerous. Fortunately, I saw with windows of opportunity earlier that there's a pallet in the direction I'm already running.
Track this. No, get on Jen, get on.
Once I get here, I decide to keep running to Cow Tree, which I spotted earlier with windows of opportunity. It's risky, but I know that these hay bales are too tall for the killer to see me over, and I want to escape the range of his power.
You gotta prove thyself and you wanna heal?
Yes. I need my...
I'm not entirely sure why the killer is so far back here, but since we heard him get ready to shoot earlier, I'm going to assume that he thought I was still at the pallet and got ready to shoot before realizing I left. Bro, I am just doing the whole... I see the killer very clearly coming around the left of the tree here, so that frees me up to go to the right, back towards the long wall jungle gym I was at before. Old W Tech. That is how you loot Broughton Fields.
Don't crack me, bitch. Alright, then there's a Jen behind the Michaela. We crank it.
Since I don't see the killer and I haven't heard him plunge his sword into the ground, I know this window is safe to vault.
I get this fast track. Get this fast track. Come on, here it comes.
I don't really crap. Prove thyself 3 people is not even fair.
I'm gonna get annihilated, I swear.
Let's go.
I'm coming here, so careful.
Deadlock!
Now I've made it to the next safe area, and I have to decide on a course of action. I have a pallet here, but it also leads straight into the window. To avoid wasting the pallet, I decide to keep running for the window.
Oh.
Now that I've reached the window, I again have to decide whether to vault the window or fake it. This time, I've decided not to look behind me to give the impression that I have already decided to vault the window again. However, I heard the killer plunge his sword into the ground, and I know that if I vault this time, I won't be able to avoid taking a hit. So instead, I fake to the left at the last second.
Nice, John. Alright, let's find a different Jen.
This is one of the only times I stop running in the entire chase. It's not something I necessarily had to do, but since I'd been running for so long, I figured he wouldn't expect me to wait at the pallet for a stun. And as you'll see in a second, it turns out I was right.
Is there Jen check?
He doesn't know what to expect from me.
I'm not rendering at all.
He needs to stop chasing me. So my pathing is a bit weird here, and you may wonder why I didn't go for the window this time. So let me explain. The killer has already seen me go for this window a number of other times, and probably expects that I'll do it again. He doesn't want me to do that, so he plans to cut me off and hit me as I run for the window. I anticipate this, and go around the far side of the wall, with the intent to make it back to the window or pallet on the other side. I also probably could have waited at the pallet, but since I just did that a second ago, I didn't want to do anything the killer might expect.
Purposely just ran through his things to get him off you, John.
I set up here by running a little wide so that I could run directly at the window to get the fast vault, instead of just the medium vault.
I'm going to cow tree. It looks like there's a gen there.
This man
and
hates
there's
me.
a door. Andrew, if you want to get on that with me. Yeah, we crank it out.
He left me. I honestly have no idea how he lost me here. I guess he just thought I wouldn't leave that tile, and so he stayed there to look for me.
Oh, he might come here.
I forgot I had Circle of Healing these past 2 games.
It's not useful at all.
Did he leave me? I still hear him? Okay. He's
Okay,
kicking
so
the gem. Notice how I keep a very safe distance from the killer here. Even though I've been looping him very well, cockiness is the #1 killer, so I don't get close and try to play around with him. I just keep holding W, I guess.
There's 2 gens over here. 1 gen on. Literally, like, this is the best outcome.
What is this guy's game plan? I have
They just
looped
can't
him for so long. So here I find myself in a position very similar to the one I was in a little bit earlier. I've set myself up for the fast vault, and I'm about to approach the window. However, this time the killer is at a spot where he could probably run inside Shack and hit me as soon as I enter. I also expect that he'll try to do that, since I took a similar vault last time. So instead, I pretend like I'll vault so he does that, and then keep running.
Oh, you have adrenaline?
Oh, he respected that.
John, you got adrenaline?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
cool.
a pyramid head respected a pallet instead of...
No, he respected a window.
Oh, what?
I see the killer start his lunge, so I drop the pallet.
Alright, you want to watch John get Noed?
Yeah, I'm
probably.
ready to watch it.
Here, Windows of Opportunity helps me realize that the pallet that's usually here has already been dropped and broken, so I decide to run to a better area.
Do it! You can open the other door if you want, or stick here. Oh, get it out of the chest!
Yeah.
Here, I drop the pallet almost immediately because I find it to be the safest option, and because it's late enough in the game that saving resources isn't much of a concern anymore.
I know where my goals lie.
Get a Sabo? Get a toolbox?
Get a tool. Hell yeah, dude. Multiple sabos.
Fucking scared right now.
I got a yellow flasher. I got
That'll work.
He hit that! What? Believe it or not, this section has a surprising amount of stuff happening, so let me break it down for you. To start off, I use the time the killer spends breaking the pallet to run to another area. As I approach, I use Windows of Opportunity to identify it as a short wall jungle gym, and I run inside with the intention to use the window. However, as I enter, I take one last look at the killer and see that he's actually pretty far away, and that I don't have to vault. In fact, upon reaching the window, I realize it may actually be safer not to vault, since I don't know where he intends to approach from. So instead, I decide to keep running in a direction that'll take me further from the general area I know he is. While I run, I angle my camera so that I can see which direction he tries to approach from and respond accordingly. By the time I reach the next corner, I can just see the killer starting to come around the last one I was at. I keep running with the intention to make it back to either the window or pallet. The killer pauses momentarily, expecting me to take the window since I'm hugging the wall so tightly, but I don't because it would be a slower medium vault. As I continue, I hear the killer prepare to shoot, so I run to the pallet where I figure he'll have a harder time of hitting me. However, the killer accurately predicts my movement and shoots me through the wall for the first time all match, and I use my temporary burst of speed to leave the area.
John, other side, where we were, door is open. Cow tree.
Okay, yeah. Here, I need to commend my friend Pumpkin for giving me a fantastic call out so I know where the exit gate is. By letting me know the gate is near Cow Tree, I know which direction I need to be running in to escape, since I've already been there and know where it is. And even if I didn't know, the giant tree with hanging animals is an easy landmark to spot. Luckily for me, I was already running in the right direction. Here I look back and see that the killer is too close for me to make it directly to the door, so I head for the pallet I know from memory and Windows of Opportunity is off to my right. I'm nearby. Here, the killer expects me to loop to my left and tries to shoot me, but I actually loop to my right. It would have been nearly impossible for him to tell where I actually was too, since I'm running Iron Will, which makes my grunts of pain completely silent.
Okay, Andrew, get position.
Hi.
I don't see him.
Where
I don't
is
see him.
he? I don't see him either.
I'm coming. I'm on my way.
Your corner
I
building.
got fucking stuck on nothing. I'm here. Hello. I make it. I don't even think I need you guys for this.
You
I
good?
did not.
Wow. So, now that we've seen the entire thing, let's review some of the main takeaways. First, let's cover some basic tips. 1. Use your camera and audio cues to maintain situational awareness and predict what the killer will do. Throughout this video, you can find many instances of me looking back and forth between the killer and my destination, and many more instances of me using audio cues to clue me into what he's trying to do. 2. It's better to keep running from the killer and make distance than to wait at a safe area for the killer to catch up, unless doing so will result in you getting downed. I never stayed at one place for too long, even when it was a very safe loop like Shack. The safest way to stay alive is to not be near the killer at all, and this is especially true for a killer like Pyramid Head that can hit you in areas that would be completely safe against most other killers. 3. Try to angle yourself to get fast vaults. Fast vaults are most easily achieved when running directly at a window. In Chase, it's preferable to fast vault than to medium vault, so practice setting yourself up for them. Now for some more advanced tips. 1. Windows of Opportunity is a fantastic perk that helps you to identify the types of loops in your area at a glance. Notice that even outside of Chase, I was scanning the environment so that I'd be prepared whenever I got into a chase. This is something you should do even if you're not running the perk. 2. If you're playing with friends, communicating clearly and concisely and adjusting your plans accordingly can be the difference between a win and a loss. Turning to avoid running into my friend allowed him to get the unhook, and later, him telling me where the exit gate was allowed me to make it there and escape. 3. Don't let yourself become predictable. It's a good idea to consistently switch up your tactics so that the killer doesn't know what to expect from you. Throughout the entire chase, I kept switching up my strategy. One time, I'd take a window and dodge, and another I'd fake it entirely. It kept the killer on his toes and prevented me from getting caught. Well, that's all for this time. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, leave a like, comment any observations or questions you might have, and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content like this. Thanks so much, and have an awesome day. Peace out.